on September 5th, 2020 against I believe it was Frankie Frank.
It was.
And so tell me first, how did that come about, you going over there? Who reached to, and how did that all start?
It was. I'd like to think it was COVID, man. So I've always known about championship wrestling from Hollywood. Even
Wow,
back in the
look at that.
day when the NWA was affiliated, the Seven Levels of Hate is one of my all-time favorite feuds. Colt Cabana, Adam Pearce. That
Mhm.
stemmed from championship wrestling from Hollywood. So I've known about them for a long time. And when I started wrestling, I knew that one of my goals was to wrestle there. I've had a word or two with David Marquez. And even back then, before the pandemic even hit, he would say, okay, yeah, he's like, I have plans, but it's just not time yet. So you got to wait for your number to get called. And
Mhm.
I was patient, I could be as patient as I need to be. And I'm not one of them dudes that is going to go seek out. I'm not going to give you my resume and my promo and my match and say, please, sir, may I have an opportunity? I'm not like that, bro. If you see me and you feel like you want me, you're going to reach out and we're going to talk. I've never been that guy that's going to beg. So I just bided my time, just patiently. Pandemic hit and everything shut down.
Mhm.
And I was still training. I was still, exercising, even though it was by myself. I was still doing what I needed to do to try to keep myself in the shape that I was in. And one day I got a call from Nick Bonanno and John
Mhm.
Roberts. And they said, hey, would you be interested in coming? We're going to start up Championship Wrestling from Hollywood again. And would you be interested in coming out? And I said, yeah, man, just let me know when. So they let me know when. They gave me the layout of what they were thinking with me, and the rest you're seeing play out. So that was really. I'd like to give you some better story, but that's really how easily that was, man.
That's
Hey,
awesome.
you want
Yeah,
to? Yeah, yeah.
that's awesome. And then, have your match against Frankie Frank, and then, going, starting the bodega, teaming up with Limelight. How did that partnership happen? Whose idea was, and how did that get started?
It was kind of just. I've always wanted a faction like Los Boricuas. Not like, but back in
Mm.
the day, the Attitude Era. They
Mhm.
had Savio Vega and them guys. Just a bunch of Puerto Rican dudes, Los Boricuas. They were a faction. I got
Mhm.
excited because I was like, "Yo, that's my people, man. They running it." And they didn't go as far as I wanted them to go, but they were there for a little bit of time. And when I got into wrestling, my thought is, yo, we can have a Puerto Rican faction. Like we can have like
Mhm.
either a Puerto Rican faction or at least just a conglomerate of Boricuas that would, be all over the nation. That can be like a clique, kind of thing. So that's always been like my goal and my want. So as I started wrestling, I started getting connected with a lot of different Puerto Ricans around the wrestling scene, and I knew of Danny. And I knew of Slice, but I had never really met them, and I didn't get a chance to, interact with them cats until I got over to Championship Wrestling from Hollywood.
Mhm.
And honestly, I will say this, man. Danny's out doing his own thing. He's on fire. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slice Boogie's out doing his own thing. He's on fire. I'm holding down the fort here. When we first met, uh, it was like we knew each other for a long time, and it must
Mhm.
have been it must have been the culture, the way we was brought up as Puerto Rican people, it probably that's probably what like gravitated us to each other. You know what I mean? So it was kind of like an organic thing. I met Danny the first day, and it was like we had known each other for a long time. I met Slice not too long after, and it was like we had known each other for a long time. So
Mhm.
that's dope. I don't think you get that a lot when it comes to putting
Mhm.
people together. And yeah, I'm excited to see where the bodega, goes, where whether it continues or not, I think that we're always going to be connected and together. You know what I mean?
Oh
I
yeah.
found I found a couple of good dudes, and I don't plan on losing them anytime soon.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, because like I said, like before, you guys have such great chemistry, and you guys just match perfectly. And it's rare to see that, because there's been times where you see tag teams and it just you don't see it. With you and Slice and Danny, it's just perfect.
And it's
And
natural. It's
yeah,
natural too. I want to tell you guys. I want to let you in on a secret, bro. A lot of people that do promos, they script themselves. They
mhm,
have something that they want to say, and they continuously go over and go over and go over. It's like learning lines in a movie. You know,
yeah,
with me and even with Danny and Slice, it's kind of like record and go. A lot of the stuff that you see us do with Jack Farmer and John Roberts and whoever else, whenever we cut promos on other people or
yeah,
whatever, it's an organic thing. It's like it's like it was meant to happen. It's not forced. It's not overly produced or anything like that. When it's promo time for us, 9.999 times out of 10, these cats are telling us, yo, just go out there and do what you do, but
hmm,
don't curse. Don't curse, but do
yeah,
what you do. And
yeah,
hey man, you can't find too many guys like that, and to have three in one click,
yeah.
it's it's
That's
it's
that's
it's
true.
money. Yeah.
That's true. Very very true.
Yeah.
And